Hey boys, girls of the YouTube world. Today we are in Schuyler, maybe, Nebraska at a Love's truck stop. We may or may not have slept in the old tow pig here. We got our trailer hooked up. We put some tip-top sides on it. We're on our way to an online auction or the aftermath of the Gary Wolf estate in Bertrand, Nebraska. Had a bunch of cool race car stuff, Hillborn intake, a whole bunch of Hallebrand and Franklin and Gwinners and Nance quick changer ends, a bunch of flatheads. And unfortunately, I didn't get the highest bid on a lot of that stuff, but I did win a few things. So yeah, my back hurts, I'm tired. I got some Love's tacos over here for breakfast. I just got the old 8.1 gassed up because that's what we do at the 8.1s. We're gonna get on a road and we're gonna go see what we got. We got about 3.5 hours to go. And Nebraska is full of short wides. There's a 03 to 06 Chevrolet there. There's a what, 90 to 95 there. Oh, it might even be a 96, 7, 8. Directionals, white letters out. There was 3 of them over here earlier, excuse me. All right, I need to wake up, get some food in my system, get out of here. So you got 8-lug wheels on that thing? Or are those just simulators? Interesting. Well, here we are, the big city of Bertrand, Nebraska, established 1885. Looks like we're right here by the school. And it's like 11:20. Loadout isn't until, it's 11:15. Loadout isn't until noon. And so I walked over there and they're like, no, we can't do anything. We're still trying to get ready. So whatever, I get it. 45 minutes early, so. Now I saw somebody else drive up there, so if I see him loading that person up, I'm gonna be a little bit irked. The other thing is I called these guys because I said, hey, it's an 8.5 hour drive. Can I come down Thursday, preview this stuff, and then, you know what it is? Because there was terrible pictures, and there was like 2 pictures, and there was terrible descriptions. And they're like, no, we didn't do any preview. Like, we're an hour away. We can't make time. We can't accommodate your schedule. So that was a little bit disappointing, because then at least if I could look at the stuff. They said, well, you could have came down Sunday and looked. I was like, well, that would be 34 hours of driving by the time it was all said and done. So I'm like, no, I can come down Thursday and look. And they're like, nope, can't do it. So these guys are Old West auction, realty, and not very accommodating. And seeing how they're Old West, they're not old car. So this guy kind of got hosed on this auction stuff. Some of the prices were okay, but most of it was very, very reasonable for what it was. But like I said, you couldn't get your hands on the stuff because they didn't really have a preview time set up and everything else. And yeah, not many pictures. It was dark. They didn't drag things out. And I get it, but whatever. I should just go into the auctioneer service and do some stuff like that. Look at that mullet. That is glorious. Whew. Dang. Hopefully he's on the football team coming up here next fall. I don't know if I'm allowed to be parked this close to a school. I guess we're gonna wait 45 minutes and then see if these guys load out. And yeah, I'm just a little bit irked right now. But yeah, I get it, I'm early, but you know, if I can get my stuff rounded up into a pile or even get you paid right now, then it'll be that much better for the next guys coming. And then, because I'm sure at noon there's gonna be just a rush, and it's in the backyard of this house right here, so you have to go through an alley. So yeah, I see the guy behind me, he's got a dump trailer, so I'm getting through there. Getting in and out with trailers is gonna suck. They have a skid steer for loading, so I have an engine and some rear ends that I need to load up. The engine for sure is gonna take a skid steer. The rear ends I can probably manhandle by myself. If I had a second person or a dog with thumbs, we could get them loaded up. So maybe I can get in touch with one of these guys and I can help him load his stuff and he can help me load mine. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. So yeah, I spent some time driving around town here. Kind of a neat little town. There's a couple old cars, a couple of unibody Ford long beds, and a lowered OBS 2-wheel drive long box regular cab. Nice day. It's gonna be hot. What does this thing say we are right now? We gotta be upper 70s, low 80s at 11 a.m. It's gonna be warm. 85 right now at 11:18. All right. I don't know how much we're gonna film loading stuff up, because yeah. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, 12:36. We are loaded up. I'm gonna go help a couple of those guys that helped me, because that's the way it goes. And we'll give you a tour of what all we got here. I am missing the brakes and spindle off of that tube axle, so I might go look and see if I can find those. Yeah, everything went pretty good. I think a lot of this stuff we're gonna throw inside. We'll throw a couple straps on that stuff. Overkill for a trailer. We're probably gonna fit this all in a pickup. Like I said, I didn't know what we were gonna get. Here's what we helped. I think these guys are out of McCook. They got a, looks like a Model A rear axle, banjo. They got this cute little 60 horse. He's got a 39 Ford pickup. He's gonna put that in. Well, he actually needs a transmission for his 60 horse, so maybe he won't use the engine. Or actually, he said his son-in-law or son's got plans for that. Then the Model A front axle for that rear, and then a couple of T axles. Yeah, these were super nice guys. There was another guy who bought the, oh man, what was that power hammer? I think it's called Little Giant. He said it weighs about 1,800 pounds. He said he's got like 10 of them. That's kind of the blacksmith stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go in there and help those guys out. Get the heck out of here. Maybe we'll give you a tour of what we got, or what was in the place. Just there's a Hillborn small block intake, just the bottom end, bunch of Halbrand or different quick change rear ends, a Crosley engine, just a bunch of cool stuff. And just in this tiny little backyard, right in the alley here. This shed is kind of all went as one lot. There's a whole sprint car right there. There's the axle tubes for banjo, but they had the 8 lugs. God, I wish I would have came and checked this stuff out, but like I said, it's 8 hours away. Some more race car parts. There's the torque tube for that differential that I've got. Because it's white, you can tell.
This is an Aspen. You can tell that it's an Aspen tree because of the way it is.
Some 3-speed trannies, a bunch of small block parts, Y block parts, flathead water pumps, dirt track tires. Yeah, that's cool that whole car is there. That would have been neat to buy that. I bet that, see how it's blue like that? I bet my axle come from that car. The front one that I got, that tube one. So maybe my spindle and brake are in here. There's that cute little Hillborn injection setup. It's just the bottom part. It's missing a lot of pieces. That one for like 180 bucks. This is a Ford F1 axle. Would have been good for brakes and those cool shock mounts. I think it went for like $7 last I saw. There's the power hammer. Yeah, a lot of iron there. All right, Little Giant's loaded. These guys got all the good stuff. Antlers, gas cans, banjos, everything but the kitchen sink. Log splitter. So what was the high ticket item in the building? What did you see in there that you really couldn't live without?
I didn't know that frame.
Oh, you were rolling the dice?
Yeah.
It's a Model A, right?
Yeah. Every one of them gas cans is full.
Shut up. They're all full, huh?
Every one of them's full.
Helped these guys load, and they had a 39 Ford transmission there, which they so kindly sold me because they were after the frame that was in there. So pretty excited about it. Good dudes.
I was there at Belleville the night they killed this car.
Give me the story on this car. So why do they call it the Offie killer? Because it's small block Chevy powered?
Yeah, one of the first small block Chevrolet powered when everybody else was running Offies.
Pretty nasty setup on there.
I don't know, it must have been late 90s, early 2000s. They redone that car for show. And Kansas got a good old time racing association. They had it down at Belleville. And I don't remember, was she coming across the... No, she was packing the track and a car come down off to get down in the pits and T-boned her. About killed the driver. Just ruined the car, and it was beautiful.
Oh, so
everything was re-chromed and just, I mean, it was gorgeous. Yeah, it put a damper on that night.
Yeah, they were just out there for, I mean,
yeah, they just
for display.
Just for show. Yeah, just display. A lot of cars, a lot of old cars that everybody remembers.
All right, we are loaded up and ready to go. I got the axles and the engine and the cart back here. All the smalls are in the tow pig. And we're gonna head her north. All right, we're heading her north. I should have filmed more. I went and helped a couple more people load up. And man, there's a lot of stuff in those buildings. There was like 8 or 9 flatheads, but it's just too hot. I wanted to get out of there. People everywhere. There's no breeze. It was 106 when I got in the Suburban. Now she says 102. This guy got going up here. A little Nova. Oh yeah. I'm gonna swing into the choke and puke up here. The burger smelled pretty good at the Sinclair this morning. And then we're getting the French out of here. All right, things are getting a little hot and heavy, or cold and heavy. We're down to 68 degrees, and the old tow pig's wipers are really getting to work out. Cripes. I'm gonna have to turn around and get some fuel. Whoops. Just a little quick stop here off suburbs of Long Pine, Nebraska. This is like my favorite place in the whole world. This is college roommates' family's cabin here, so we're gonna spend a little time here while we're down there and maybe float down the river, have a couple sandwiches. Looks like they did some concrete work since I was here last. Yeah, super cool little area. Oh, they drove those pillars in since I was here last time. Yeah, good stuff. Looks like they got a little more concrete to go maybe. I don't know what they got going on here. Yeah, super awesome area. Not so fun to get in with a 22-foot trailer. Speaking of that, let me show you guys what we got going on here. We had some 18-inch chunks of 3/4 plywood left over from when we did our pallet racking. Ripped that down in half so it's 9 inches tall. Put some stake pockets because I was winning the bids on like all 7 of those flatheads and whatever, 6 quick changes and all that stuff. My college roommate actually, he wanted this stand and this small block, so that's actually his. So once we get that unloaded, we're gonna have that much more room on the trailer, so maybe we can find a car to buy while we're down here. How neat would that be? Let's see what we can do. But anyway, I'm gonna kick it for a bit. I don't know if we're gonna make it a day or a whole weekend or what, but do a little relaxing here, because like this is like I said, this is my favorite place in the whole world. This is awesome. There's no shop, there's no old cars, there's no cell service, just relaxation, which I'm not very good at, but we're gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna go have a sandwich. I'm sick of driving. I want a shower from sweating and from sleeping in this thing last night. This has been a long trip, a dedicated trip for nothing that I'm super enthusiastic about. Yeah, I should have stayed home, but we're gonna hang out at the river for a bit. It's gonna be good. Luckily, these guys all showed up to entertain me, and they brought me a whole bunch of the Wibby Light Shine Rattler, fresh from the springs of Colorado. So at least we're not going home empty-handed.
Did I do
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
You're going with me?
Yeah, you gotta hold on to the string.
You're crazy though. All right, set her down. Give me your rope. We're gonna anchor you.
It's running away.
It's running away. Drop that butt in there. Let's go.
Flop it and go.
I forgot how cold it was. Can I just let you go on this rope and you just float on your own? No! Did you just fart on that thing?
I did.
Uh-oh, I lost the rope.
What?
I lost the rope. Pull me! We're stuck! Paddle faster, I hear banjos. Ah, pull the rope over my head. Well, see you later. Lost the rope again. Woo! Nope, I didn't. I had grandiose ideas that this thing was we're just gonna hold it straight and float down the river, which would probably work if you had a boat or a kayak. I don't know much about physics and floating down rivers, but Turns out you do a lot of spinning around. If we could have music, we'd say, you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Who sings that one? Comment down below. If only you could get paid to just float down a river all day. And we'd be on to something. So we're gonna be on to something, we're on the bank. If somebody wants to buy me a place here in Hidden Paradise, that'd be great. Maybe we got a subscriber that watches from Hidden Paradise. No, just let me use their place when I come down here. There's a stick. Sticks are ideal. You get them for pushing yourself off the edge. It's floating by. The problem is, I got one hand holding a GoPro and one hand holding a Wibby. So look at that. You can see it in that building. Kennedy Equipment Company, machinery and trucks. IH truck. That's a big rock. Gonna go right in my bum. Yep, got it. You're gonna smash into that T-post. Bonk! That seagull hasn't moved since last time we floated by. You don't say much. Hey, how many bridges have we went under? You forgot to count. For sure 2. This is 3, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I-beam construction with concrete. That's a good one. The Hidden Paradise Restaurant, painted by B. Wilson in 03.
Somebody got me out.
All right, meow.
Hurry up, meow.
Hey, another bridge. What's this, number 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you singing that song your dad is singing? Last night I let the liquor talk. Uh-oh, we're getting to the rapids. Carson's got to hold on. Woo! Ben says we need more firewood, so we're going to do a little trimming. Those guys playing the fire. Eat s'mores. I guess that's the end of that blade. You don't have that all carried down yet? No. Hurry up, it's raining. That's a good fire, huh, Benny?
Yeah.
Who brought you?
That one.
That one?
That one.
This is why we can't have nice things. It's always good when the fire's coming out up there, right? Comment down below if you know what kind of tree this is. And that thing is the size of my hand. I got little hands though. These are the seeds.
Well, that's up. No, that seed pod's huge.
Hey,
Looks like a green bean. I mean, that's last year's, but that's a seed pod.
That's
They look like a green bean, but 14 inches long.
so what are these then?
That's the blossoms for this year. They're gonna turn into those giant beans.
Oh, these will become the beans.
Yes.
Good fire.
Frank and beans.
Break some veins! Break some veins!
All right. Sunday morning. Time to pack everything up. Leave paradise. Breakfast was amazing. Everything here is amazing. Fire was amazing. Floating the river was amazing. Got all our tip-top extensions off of the trailer. Now we're gonna try backing up the Tie Bugs trailer and swapping a 283 onto his little trailer. Fun stuff. Kind of a tight trailer here. Corner to get up. This might be interesting. I ain't going nowhere. All right, we're loaded for bear. Time to get back in the real world. Jeep things. We could have just winched it off. Oh man, she's a balmy 68 degrees this morning. The way I'm sweating, it feels way warmer than that, but we are on our way. We're gonna see if we can't find some more stuff to haul home. I got a line on a late model, so let's see if we can't pull something together. Fill the trailer, because you can't be hauling sailboat fuel. You don't make any money hauling motorcycle doors and sailboat fuel. Gotta get back to Duff. He's been running the shop. He needs a break too. I'm sure he misses me. Made a quick stop down here by Yankton. or Menno, South Dakota, or Tyndall. I don't know, we're in the middle of nowhere at the Maxwell Hooterite Colony. We got ourselves an 03 GMC regular cab service truck. Needs some exhaust work. It's got 300,000 miles on it, but tell you what, these Hooterites, they are super good on maintenance. And like I said, the exhaust, they just didn't want to fix it no more. And I knew a guy who knew a guy who got a hold of me, and yeah, so pretty excited about this thing. For an 03 with 300,000 miles, this thing is clean. Of course, the seat's kind of worn out, and the dash has got some cracks, but so I got some, not big plans, but I got some plans for this thing. So we filled up the trailer. We're not hauling sailboat fuel and motorcycle doors anymore. So. And plus, we got all the axles stuffed in the back of that thing, so we don't have to tie them down. How neat is that?
How neat is that?
All right, we got about, I don't know, we must have another 5 hours, 5.5 hours to get home, but we're really gonna drink some fuel in the old 8.1 now. Here we go. Yeah, nice sign. These guys do grain handling, like grain legs and stuff like that here, so pretty neat place, cool operation. This was the electrician's truck. Well, we made it about 1,300, 1,400 miles later. We're home. You know, we took a few detours, but yeah, now we gotta get everything unloaded and unpacked and find somewhere to put it all. The yard is getting a little full. I see old Napa Todd. He dropped off a OBS for us with some white letters out. Our favorite. Ooh, that's just GMC as well. All of the GMCs. All right. I'm ready to get in my own bed, so we're gonna unload this thing tomorrow. Duff and I are gonna go crack a sandwich or something. All right, we better put a wrap to this Gary Wolf auction video. It's a couple days later, been busy with other stuff. Kenny High Roller came and got his sockets and stuff that he won on the auction from me, and gave me one of the hub sockets for delivery fees, so pretty excited about that. Another socket, probably never used, but let's take a look at what we got. You don't seem so enthusiastic, huh? So I believe this is a 39 transmission. I got to run the numbers. Usually the swan neck kind of is the giveaway. The serial number, VIN number, whatever is always stamped right there. 39 is the only year that is synchronized and top shift. 40, they are synchronized, but then they're a column shift, so they're a side shift. Guts are the same, but anyway, 39, desirable transmission. I didn't win this. Another group of gentlemen won the contents of a shed. This was in there. I think they paid $150 for the contents. I said, I'll give you $50 for that transmission. He said, you started too high. I'm like, well, whatever. I think it's worth that. This is the spring for that blue tube axle. And you can see, I think it was in that race car in the shed. Looks like it'd been gold at one point, but looks like they made this kind of pivoting mechanism, and then they got some stops in there, so it'll only roll so far. This is a open driveline center section for a banjo. Ford rear end, so I believe this is like 46.7 Ford pickup. This is really desirable, so if you want to put like a small block Chevy with a open driveline or an Oldsmobile or any type of, usually V8, but any type of engine with an open drive line. This is the Cat's Pajamas. They do make kits for torque tube style rear ends, so this has got an exposed drive shaft. This is what you want. Speedway, I think, and some other companies sell some kits to convert a torque tube to an open drive line. I think I got this for like 20 bucks. I think I paid a couple of bucks for these tail lights and hubcaps. This Transmero Bird hubcap was in the ramp truck. Mike, when he hauled that thing off, drove it away. He made it 5 miles from his house, and the pinion gave out. Well, actually, the pinion bearing gave out a long time before that, but it finally melted through the pinion. I think that's like a 33, 34 Ford hubcap. Maybe even it's a 35. I don't know what these... Comment down below if you know what these... If it's a C, is it a D? I don't know what it is. These are dated 61, so I don't know. 61 Pontiac? Taillights, jack handle. Oh, forgot to give Tybug his pin for his engine stand. Whoops. Oh, Mickelson just brought those. Tybug and his fiance brought me a whole bunch of Wibbies, so we should be stocked up for a while. This poster. I just like stuff like this. I think I paid like $7. Looks like it's drawn by Bob McCoy in '99. It's Chet Wilson's Offie Killer. So it sounds like this was one of the first small block Chevy powered sprint cars. And I guess this thing was, you know, the Offenhausers, 4 cylinders, the Offies were slaying the sprint car scene. And then this thing came along and started killing the Offies. So I like buying stuff like this, little trinkets like this that I can put on the wall. Oh my gosh. That looks like it's even, yeah, signed by Bob McCoy down there, number 33 at 206. So that's cool. Too bad it's got a bunch of like shoe marks on it. It's had a rough life, but it's maybe I'll write on the back that I got it from the Gary Wolf auction in Beltran, Nebraska. It's cool to be hanging on the wall, and it's a very nice picture as well. After unloading, I needed some sandwiches, so I picked up some Coors casseroles on the way. Oh, body hammers. I can't believe he didn't notice he was missing that. That's not mine. That's Kenny High Rollers. Franklin quick changer end, I gave like $160 or something like that for this thing. It's kind of dinged up. Cool wall hanger. They're really not that good for street rods. They're kind of big and bulky. But anyway, quick changer end. So you got your drive shaft coming through here. If you take this back cover off, there's 2 sets of gears, top and bottom, and you can change those gears out, or you can flip them around, and that'll effectively change your gear ratio without having to swap the guts or open the rear end out. You just open it up, swap it out. We'll drain the grease first, swap them out, put the grease back in, you're good to go. This spindle is laying in the scrap pile. Looks like it's a 6 lug, and it's a Halbrand knockoff style spindle. So the lady said, yeah, that's all scrap. So if you want it, take it. Conveniently, I was missing a spindle for my torque tube, or my tube 37 Ford tube axle, so I grabbed that, and well, maybe it'll fit on there. But it'll probably just be a wall hanger. I don't know what kind of spindles those are. If they're aftermarket, looks like there's some stampings on it. I'm guessing they're like a GM spindle of sorts. Then of course I bought the box full of gears for quick changer ends like I was talking about. So these are all paired together, and it tells you the count of the teeth on there. So it'll tell you the gear ratio that you got. So I don't know if these fit Halbrands, if they fit Franklins, if they fit Nance rear ends. I had high hopes that I was going to win all of the rear ends, and I just got the one Franklin. So yeah, I got a bunch of quick change rear ends. And then this is the old service truck that came from the Hutterian colony. This thing really isn't that bad. She's a stripper model, roll up windows, rubber floor mats. Duff hasn't checked it out yet. It's got nice floor mats though. I did notice, other than the exhaust, it's got a code flashing, so she's got a misfire. Or maybe it doesn't. Hopefully it's just the injectors need cleaning from sitting. Hooray colonies don't listen to the radio, so they got this cute little block off plate so you can only see the time and adjust the time. There it is. Check engine lights flashing. That usually means a misfire. 315,000. Headliner sagging down. Seats kind of blowed out. Manual 4-wheel drive. The guy said that he could hear an axle shaft clunking, but for what I gave for it, it's super dry. It's got a really nice service bed on it. It's a bedline top on the inside. It's got that tonneau cover on it, luggage rack, or ladder rack, all kinds of nice drawers. Yeah. And we just happen to have another one of these with a 6-liter that runs really good, that's super rusty. They made their own stainless bumper. So there's the tube axle, came from that car in the shed. 1937 Fords with 60 horse. The smaller V8 came with these cute tube axles. You can see where the kingpins went through. So we got to cut all this stuff off. Race car stuff had hairpins, but again, cool piece to have, cool wall hanger. Yeah, it looks like she was black, red, gold, blue. If this thing could talk, that'd be cool. A Model A axle, don't know why I got that. It must have been super cheap, like 10 or 11 bucks. And then this is a 37 to 41 Ford axle. Actually, it's a 40 or 41 because it's got the 5-on-5.5 bolt pattern. 37 to 39 had the wide 5. It's got the round back spindles. See how they're round? It's got cross steer, and it's got juice brakes. It's a 40 or 41. Juice brakes. So the spindles are worth about 150 bucks. The backing plates are probably worth another 100 bucks. So there's some pieces there. And then this is, this axle was inside the garage. I think I gave 150 bucks for it. I gave way too much money in my opinion, but You can only see one picture, and it was just like of the center section. This is that banjo like I was talking about. And there's the torque tube. Well, not the torque tube, but what a torque tube looks like as opposed to having a yoke. It's got that slip yoke in there that you slide your drive shaft into, and then a tube goes over all that. Juice brakes, 5 on 5.5, so this would be 40 to 48 axle. I'm not sure exactly, but I figured since it was inside, it should be good. And I was hoping there would be like a surprise, like it'd have 9-inch axles or something on it, since how it was inside and it was getting bid so high. But yeah, that's what we got. A whole bunch of junk we don't need. So some of this stuff will just go in my stash. If you need something on here, you saw something on here you can't live without. I don't want to ship any of the big stuff. So yeah, maybe we'll figure something out, or you can come pick it up. Plan of this thing is I've wanted a service truck for a while, and I kind of like the late model stuff. They're just so much nicer to drive with AC and cruise and all that good stuff. I want to get this thing running, fix the exhaust, you know, figure out the misfire, and I've got a plow for this thing, so I have a service truck and a plow truck all in one shot. 4-wheel drive, LS, fuel injected, overdrive, all that good stuff. And worst case scenario, I basically paid donor price for this thing, so we got a 6-liter 4LE that we can put in something else. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys leaving comments and liking and sharing and subscribing and all that good stuff. Go check out our merch, mortske.com. We got pens, we got air fresheners, we got decals, we got shirts, we got awesome screwdrivers. Man, we've been selling the snot out of those screwdrivers, and they're super handy. I use mine all the time, and we're always adding more. If there's something you want to see us add, let me know. If you want sweatshirts, if you want pocket tees, if you want us to get mud flaps, if you want us to get banners, yeah, I don't know. So check it out, mortske.com. Appreciate all you guys who've bought, and gals. Most of all, remember, it doesn't matter how you get it done so long as you are having fun. There's the chin right there. He's having fun going to work today. Ooh, he's gonna bring us a Slim Jim so that we can try to get the door open on a free Dodge Dakota. Terrible decisions. Better get back to work.